Alright everybody, welcome back to Disney Tricks and Treats, my YouTube channel. I know it's been a long time, but I want to kind of go over some stuff for Christmas. Even though it's almost Christmas, Disneyland still celebrates Christmas all the way till January 9th. So there's lots of stuff to do, and so I wanted to discuss it with you so then you know what to look out for. So here we go, we're going to start at Disneyland first. So if you are heading to Disneyland between now and Christmas, I highly recommend getting Genie Plus. So Genie Plus is a paid fast pass system. Basically what you do is you pay $20 per person, unless they're under 2 and they have no fee to get in. You have to pay $20 per person to use that lightning lane. And so what you do is you reserve a time to be able to go into certain rides. And so I will be able to show you in a slide what rides are going to be able to in lightning lane. And so those are included in your Genie Plus. Plus some photo passes. So whatever you take with the cameras, with the cast members taking them, those are included, which is awesome because I love doing those and the little magic shots. And so what you can do on top of it is there's something else that you can buy, like Rise of the Resistance and stuff like that. And so you buy those and they're probably around $7 to $20. And those are like the super expensive, super high ones. So if you are going as a large group and you're going to Disneyland for only one day, I would try out Genie Plus. I haven't tried it yet, but it's something that I would suggest. So that is the first thing that I suggest. Plus also try to get to Rope Drop if you are there just for the day, because it is going to be a busy day and the best time to get everything done is first thing in the morning. So if you don't want Genie Plus, get there first thing in the morning and run to Rise of the Resistance at Disneyland, because that is the ultimate ride that is going to be the longest wait for. So let's talk about the holiday overlays. So basically we have 2 holiday overlays at Disneyland. We have Haunted Mansion Holiday, and so that started all the way back in October, actually September. They had it with Nightmare Before Christmas takes over Haunted Mansion. The exterior, everything is amazing. So the line for that is always about 45 minutes to an hour. So keep checking your app. If it's anything less than 45 minutes, I would run over there and try that one. Super fun. Make sure you check out in the actual dining room. It smells like gingerbread. It's my favorite part of the entire ride. And there's also a couple hidden Mickeys in there. It's the 20th year anniversary. So in the actual like dining room, there's a pumpkin that says 20. So take a look for that too. So that is your first overlay at Disneyland. Disneyland is It's a Small World. So It's a Small World holiday was supposed to open on November 12th. Tragically, there was a huge flooding, so they actually had to shut it down. But recently it's reopened, which is amazing. So I was able to actually go into it. I was able to ride it. The line for that one hasn't been as long, but still keep an eye out because it can get up there. But it's so much fun because the whole entire, It's a Small World has festive and holidays, and there's even 3 different smells that you can smell in there. There's cinnamon, there's blossom, and then there's coconut. So those are super fun too, that they've added the scents in there. They don't sing just It's a Small World, they sing Jingle Bells, and so there's so much fun stuff to do at that specific place. Plus you visit during the day, it's really fun because like the clock tower has a Santa hat on it, but in the evening it even has like a light up show. It has thousands of lights on it, and you need to check it out. So the next thing I'm going to go over is all the different shows and parades and stuff that are happening at Disney now. holiday stuff going off at Disneyland. There's definitely, everything kind of starts, I would say, at about 5 o'clock of all the parades and shows and everything like that. So around 5 o'clock, sometimes a little bit earlier or a little bit later, they actually do a lighting ceremony at the Christmas tree, which is so cool because you just stand there and then they turn off all the lights everywhere around, and then they have like this over talking, and he talks and he explains everything, and he does a countdown, and then it lights up the entire Christmas tree, and it also lights up the entire garland and everything on Main Street. So if you can stand where you can see the garland and the Christmas tree, that is a perfect place for your first actual show.
Good evening, everyone. In keeping with our time-honored tradition, we invite you to turn your attention to Town Square for the lighting of our beautiful Christmas tree. Here in the magical place where dreams come true, we hope you'll share the spirit of the season by helping us light our Yuletide tree. So on the count of 3, everyone please join together in saying Happy Holidays. Ready? 1, 2, 3, Happy Holidays! And a very pleasant evening to one and all from the merriest place on earth.
So one of the other small parades that they have is the Christmas Cavalcade. So that happens around 12:30, I think, and it goes on Main Street. And basically you will see Mickey in a vehicle smiling and waving. Sometimes you'll see Goofy. You'll see that big 2-story double-decker bus with like different princesses sometimes, Anna, Elsa, Chip and Dale in there, and then you'll see Minnie in her own little car. So that happens, and it's just a fun little parade. You don't have to stop and wait for it. If you're standing on Main Street, just go ahead and wave and stop and take a look. But there's no real rating for that one. It's really just a small little thing, but it's kind of fun for them to do something extra. So take a look at it if you're around Main Street around noon. So the next show that you can do is actually at 5:15. So once you're done with the Christmas tree, you're gonna head over to It's a Small World. It's a Small World at 5:15 has its light up show. So basically everything is turned off at that point, and then somebody comes over the big speaker and they do a big countdown, and then all of the beautiful It's a Small World lights come on, and that is honestly so gorgeous and breathtaking. So 5:15 is when that one's gonna start, and I recommend that one because of how many lights it is. It's just beautiful to see. So that's where you are at 5:15.
You ready? Let's watch.
Good evening, everyone, and season's greetings. Please direct your attention to It's a Small World as we celebrate the joy of the holidays and light up the night with thousands of twinkling lights. As we count to 3, we invite you to join us in wishing for peace on earth. 1, 2, 3.
Small World lights up at 5:15 from 5:30 to on every half an hour. So 5:30, 6:30, and so on. They actually turn off the lights at It's a Small World and they do a little projection show. So this projection show has been there for a few years because I remember seeing it a couple years ago, but it's still a super fun nutcracker, and it has like the whole train that goes by in the actual projections. There's birds. It's just really fun for the kids to see, and you don't have to stay right in front. You can be a little bit further back and you can still see it because It's a Small World's really wide, but I would definitely say to try to catch maybe one of those shows. Again, the lighting is at 5:15, so if you can hang out there till 5:30 to see the actual projection show. And then remember that the parade's going to be heading from Main Street all the way up to It's a Small World at 5:30. Your next show would be at 5:30 or at 3 o'clock. So that's when the Christmas Fantasy Parades are actually happening. So at 3 o'clock, the Christmas Fantasy Parade starts at It's a Small World and then heads all the way down Main Street and goes all the way into like the little corner of Main Street. And then at 5:30, it heads from Main Street all the way back up to It's a Small World. So people start lining up probably about 45 minutes, to an hour before. So if you're a large party, I would suggest definitely finding a good spot and actually making time for sitting if you want to get a good view of it. If you're a party of like 2 or something like that, you can probably squeeze in underneath, the rope that they have and just stand in the background if it's not that big of a deal. But they have 2 showings, one at 3 o'clock, one at 5:30. The show is about 45 minutes long. It's very long, but it's really, really fun to see. There's so many different characters that are represented between princesses and Toy Story and just fantasy ones, and of course Mickey and his friends. But then like my favorite are the side characters like the snowman and the reindeer and the gingerbread house, the gingerbread man. Oh my gosh, so fun. I would definitely say that is a must-see when it comes to going to Disneyland, is the Christmas Fantasy Parade. So you have 2 options, at 3 o'clock, which you'll see during the day, and 5:30, which you'll see at nighttime, which there's a lot of light, so it just depends on what you want to see better. So you have those 2 options.
Yes, hello everybody. It's so good to see all the smiling faces. Yes, hello. Santa loves you all very much. Yes, you know the words to Jingle Bells. I bet you do. Everyone, sing along. Jingle all the way.
small light up show. Honestly, this is one of the smaller ones. So if you aren't around at this time, it's not a big deal, is the Haunted Mansion Holiday. I saw it back in October when it was like the only kind of light up show that was going on. So I'm assuming it's still going on right now during Christmas time because Haunted Mansion Holiday is still around. So it was around 7 o'clock. I'm not 100% sure. And basically what they do is they are going to do a little talking beforehand, and then they're gonna light up the lights on the outside and people clap, and it's something very simple. But I would say if you're around, you know, Haunted Mansion Holiday around 7 o'clock-ish, I would say check it out. If you're not, I wouldn't say it's one of those things that you have to see, like It's a Small World or something like that. So that's definitely something else that's smaller, but it's something fun to do.
Mansion Holiday. Every night when the air is deathly still, that is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight. But tonight, in honor of the arrival of Sandy Claus, they have gathered for a Ghoultide celebration that they hope will raise your spirits. You're all invited as they cast their eerie glow upon the mansion to light the way for Sandy Claus. Join us and scream along. Have a frightfully good evening. Scary Christmas to all, and to all, good night.
All right, so one of the other things that I would highly recommend doing is there are 2 times that the castle actually lights up, one at 7:15 and one at 8:30. Basically, the castle is dark, and then somebody comes over the big speaker. She does this little talk about wishing and dreaming, and then the castle lights up, which is pretty. So if you're standing right at the front of the castle, you'll see a beautiful scene of the castle lighting up, but you're not going to get any snow. If you are on Main Street, you'll be far away from the castle, but the entire Main Street goes blue, and there's just snow everywhere, and it's just a beautiful area to be able to see it. So the castle lighting up again is at 7:15 and 8:30. If you're in front of the castle, it's a great view. No real snow unless you're a little bit further back. If you are all the way back in Main Street, there's lots of snow, and I also believe that there's the castle lights up, that also snows at It's a Small World. So if you're over in that area too. So definitely fun for the kids to see, fun for you. You gotta love snow when you come to Disneyland. So that's one of the other things that are happening right now.
Look at the sky! Do you think it can snow? I never know. I wish it would snow.
Well, anything's possible. But you know, for your wishes to come true, you have to believe. Do you believe?
Oh yes, I believe with all of my heart.
Then keep that wish. Hold it close, and it will come true.
I am. When will it happen?
We'll see. It won't be long now.
What is
dream can come true. And if we keep on going, we just never know what will happen next. What will happen next?
So the last thing of the night is the fireworks, and the fireworks are at 9 o'clock. And so if you are standing in front of the castle has this whole light up thing. It's really cool. The fireworks are above the castle, get shot off the castle, super fun. But also on Main Street, you can see the castle, you can see the fireworks, but on Main Street, they do projections all along both sides. They're also doing projections on Matterhorn right now too. So that's super fun to see, is all of the Matterhorn and everything like that. And Main Street, I would actually say Main Street is probably the best view because you can see the castle, you can see the fireworks, but you're also covered on both sides when it comes to everything. So it's beautiful and it snows. I highly recommend trying to stay for the fireworks if you can. It's always super busy at 9 o'clock. It gets pretty packed, but the cool thing about fireworks is that you can see them everywhere. And Main Street, it's pretty easy to squeeze in here and there. So unless you want the perfect view of the castle right in front and you're okay with seeing them anywhere, that's fine. Don't, no need to pressure yourself and stuff like that. But I would definitely say try to catch the fireworks if you can on Main Street because I love the projections everywhere. So it's really cool. My favorite areas to take pictures in when it comes to being there during Christmas time that I feel like are the most decorated. So of course, Main Street with the tree and all of the garland and everywhere, all of the different, shops on Main Street are just totally decorated. It's a really fun place if you want to stop and take pictures. Yes, there's going to be people, but the way that it's lit up at night, all of the garland is definitely gorgeous. So I love Main Street. That's like one of my favorite places to take pictures during Christmas time, just because of the ambiance. All right, so my next favorite place to take pictures during the holidays is Toontown. So Toontown is all the way back in Disneyland, past It's a Small World, like the furthest back you can go. But you will see your characters like Minnie Mouse will be at her house, Mickey Mouse will be at his house. Sometimes you'll see Pluto, you'll see Goofy, you'll see Chip and Dale, you'll see Daisy, you'll see Donald, you'll see sometimes Marie. I don't remember the female chipmunk's name. But there's so many characters that are back there, and Toontown is great for the kids to get out and play. There's lots of fun activities for them to do. So if you have young children, I highly recommend going to Toontown because the decorations are like, after Main Street, Toontown is my favorite place that's decorated, and it's just very bright and happy and fun and great for children. So, and adults too. I love taking selfies with the characters because they're always so happy. So I would definitely recommend going to Toontown and checking it out.
Okay. All right, Cindy.
So one of the other places that looks really cool is Mardi Gras Square. So they have lots of really pretty garland over there. They have a beautiful mask getting ready for Mardi Gras. And then Haunted Mansion Holiday is right there too. So that's decorated really well. So that's another fun area to go to take pictures. But I would say those are pretty much mostly where you're gonna see the most decorations. In Galaxy's Edge, they have no decorations. I don't think that they've decided just not to put any decor back there. So of course, go back there, check it out, but you're not gonna see much decorations. Another cool thing that's actually happening all the way back in Critter Country, I forgot to mention this earlier, is Santa is there. So Santa is actually all the way back where Pooh and friends usually are. You literally head to all the way to that edge of the park and there's Santa there. So there's like a little walkway that you're gonna wait in, and then there's always a photo pass person to take pictures. And so you can meet Santa. There's a nice little area for your kids to sit on, or you can stand. So I recommend, you know, going to say hi to see Santa, because when I was there by myself, I went and took a picture with Santa and it was really fun. Just a small extra thing to do, but again, it's all the way on the side of the park. So you're gonna have to walk all the way back, but if you're back there, I definitely say it's worth it. So I really think that's it of everything that is happening at Disneyland when it comes to parades and photo ops and rides and stuff like that. So that is what is happening for that. And then there's also, of course, there's super fun food things and food items to go and get. On certain days, I'll post it of what days that they have the candy canes in. If you want a candy cane, super hard to get. You have to be there at rope drop. You have to get in line right away, and that has to be your main goal first thing in the morning. That's why you got there. So basically, candy canes are limited 1 per person, and I think they're $12 each. I have to double check. And when you get in line, you get into a mobile line, and then they'll text you and they'll tell you when your candy cane's ready, and then you can go to Candy Palace and you can pick up your candy cane at Disneyland. So throughout the day, so they'll just text you when it's ready. So you just got to be available whenever they text you back. But I've never had one, but I've heard that they are amazing. But for me to get there for rope drop is really difficult, and I think there's only a few days left where you can get candy canes, but it's definitely something that is to be talked about. Other hottest treat of the year is the Mickey gingerbread cookie, and that is a cookie that is actually shaped like Mickey. And so there are only 2 places at Disneyland that you can purchase it. So there's one called the Marketplace, which is Starbucks, and then there's that Jolly Holiday Bakery. So those are the 2 places. They limit them to 5 per person, and I'm telling you, pretty much every person buys 5 of them because they're that hot to get. So first thing in the morning, if you want a gingerbread cookie, head to the Starbucks or head to Jolly Holiday Bakery. Try to get in line, try to get those. Sometimes they're on mobile orders, sometimes they're not. Usually they're not because they sell out so quickly. As soon as things start coming low in stock, Disney just pulls it off of mobile order because they just can't guarantee it. So, but always check back throughout the day because you never know. Sometimes they'll restock at like 4 o'clock in the evening at Starbucks. So if you're walking by Jolly Holiday and you really want one, then just go ahead and take a look inside. And if they don't have them, just, don't wait in line. But it's always worth, trying. So those are like the 2 most popular, I would say, treats that are happening at Disneyland. You gotta remember that there are 2 places to get your classic treats, like your caramel apples and your cookies and your brownies. Those are always going to be at the Candy Palace on Main Street and at Pooh's Corner all the way in the back of where Santa is. So those are the places where you can find your Rice Krispie treats and your caramel apples and your fudge, and there's so many different yummy themed holiday treats, and those are there. But also Jolly Holiday has some good ones where they have like a brownie that has a Christmas tree on it. They have a macaroon there. So Jolly Holiday has a few too, and then usually every single main restaurant like Pizza Planet has a alien macaroon, and then like the Galaxy Grill, they have like a peppermint shake, and they also have like a parfait there. So always take a look at your mobile ordering, because sometimes you can mobile order it. Sometimes, like I said, if it gets low in stock, they're just gonna pull it off of mobile ordering. So something else to check out when you're hungry or close by. You never know what you can try out. So treats are always a big thing, and there's a full menu where they tell you everything that they have there. So it's always fun to check that out. The last thing I'm talking about is where you're gonna find the characters if you wanna see characters at this time of year. So basically at the front and Main Street, right behind the train station, you're gonna see a lot of the characters in their snow outfits. And then also in the corner next to that hat place, right next to the entrance and exit where that big old gate is across the way from the fire station, you're gonna find some characters over there. Chip and Dale, Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Pluto, Clarabelle will be over there, Daisy. I haven't seen Daisy that much this season, but you'll definitely see, you know, Goofy and Donald and Mickey and Minnie and Chip and Dale. Those are the ones that I mostly see. Hello, we love your new costumes. Ready for the parks, love it. So yes, you're amazing. Oh, Donald, we love you. Woo! Number 1. The Dapper Dans will perform right outside of the fire station, which is super fun. The Disneyland band will also play on the back side of the train station, and they're super fun.
Need a little laughter, need a little singing, through the rafter, and we need a little snapping, happy ever after. Need a little Christmas, need a little Christmas, right is buried in it. Candles in the window, carols at the spinning. Yes, we need a little Christmas, right is buried in it. We need a little Christmas. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. We need a little Christmas now.
Another area where you will find your characters is the Princess Fantasy Fair. You will find all your princesses there. Sometimes you'll find a villain there. And that is basically to the left of the castle when you're walking in. Sometimes on the grass hut to the right, you'll find characters like Alice in Wonderland, before it used to be Cheshire Cat, sometimes Winnie the Pooh. You'll find those on the right-hand side of the castle in that little grassy area. If you continue all the way down to where It's a Small World is, on the right-hand side, there's those stairs. On those stairs, I've seen different characters like Mary Poppins and Bert. You'll find Woody. You'll find lots of those fun characters over there. And sometimes I've seen Moana there too. And then you'll also see the band, a little band that's over there. It's like a 4-man band. When you continue on to Toontown, that's why I told you you're going to find all of those other characters. And then Jack and Sally will be at Haunted Mansion Holiday, because they'll be standing up above for you to take pictures of. And then again, Santa all the way back in the corner. So that's pretty much where you're going to find your characters. Sometimes there'll be some meandering about, but most of the time they're in those designated spots to keep that social distancing and keep it really easy for people to walk up, take pictures, and walk away. But I really have been very, very happy with how they've been doing the characters, because ever since COVID, I swear I've seen like 10 times the amount of characters than I ever had before. So it's really easy. You walk up there, you take a picture, you have maybe a quick interaction, and then you walk away. There's no waiting in half-an-hour lines, unless if you want to do the Princess Fantasy Fair, there is a line, because you do walk through that old the theater, and you can walk through and meet the princesses in there. So that's something else where you will find a line, but you know, if you want to meet like 3 or 4 princesses, that's worth it to you, right? I love your sweater. It's so cute, little gingerbread sweater. Oh. Well, thank you so much for joining in and listening to all my advice when it comes to going to Disney right now during the Christmas season. It's a busy season. My best advice is to plan maybe 5 things of their top 5 things of the entirety that you want to do, whether that be ride Rise of Resistance, meet Santa, see the Christmas Fantasy Parade, maybe grab a Mickey gingerbread cookie, and then go on Haunted Mansion Holiday. I would say plan maybe 5 things and then let the rest kind of fall in line, because if you're only there for 1 day or even 2 days, there's just so much to be done, you're not going to be able to do it all, and Disney does that on purpose. They want to make sure that people want to come back. There's more things to do to come back, and if you have young children, you don't want to be dragging them back and forth and going, oh, I need to go here for this show, I need to go here for this show, and Haunted Mansion's only 35 minutes, I should run over there. Because you're just going to pull the fun away from it. So my thing would be, pick your favorite things, enjoy it, stop, take pictures, stop, grab a snack. You know, when we went to go see the parade with my kids, I mobile ordered an ice cream. So we waited about 20 minutes before the parade and we sat there and we had some ice cream. And it kills 2 birds with 1 stone when you are waiting and grabbing a snack. So it's really nice, you know, grab some popcorn before you head into that 45-minute line, because it'll give them something to do. But there's so much to do. Don't pressure yourself. Just enjoy it with your family. And if you're there for just a day, I would say do the Genie Plus, get the photo passes, take the pictures, and enjoy yourself. And, you know, really have fun and just enjoy yourself at Disney, because I'm fortunate I get to go there a lot, but I still haven't done everything. And I can't do everything in one day. It's just too much. And it's just too hectic. You just don't enjoy yourself. So choose a few things that you really want to do, and just remember that It's a Small World got pushed back to be open all the way until I think January 23rd. So if you're going again before January 23rd, you can skip that and wait until the next time. So lots of fun stuff to do. Enjoy yourself, and hopefully these tips will help you have your best Christmas vacation at Disney. Merry Christmas, and stay tuned for California Adventure.